Okay, on to the next track in Sammy's Skull Serenade series, man, by Sammy. This is Alter Bridge once again. Breathe Again. We haven't heard this song at all. We've done so many Alter Bridge. I'm not entirely sure how much more is left of their discography, but we must have done at least 2 albums by now. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, this is Sammy's series, which is absolutely awesome. There's really a great lineup of artists that we're going to be reacting to, some of which I've never heard before as well. I've never heard of their names before. But yeah, Alter Bridge, Breathe Again. For those of you who want to find out more about the series product, the link will be in the pinned comments, and you can click on that and go to the website and do all that you have to do to find out more about that. Let's rock and roll.
I just don't know. In the silence of my heart, there is a distant call. Yeah, it beckons me to stand apart. So I'll stand on my own, just to breathe.
I kind of feel like this track is it's a song talking about God or finding God. That's what I'm getting from it at the moment, where there's something in my heart that beckons me to stand apart. I kind of feel that's like, finding his purpose, finding his calling, right? And doing that maybe through a spiritual sense. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, let's carry on.
To breathe again, touch the light that calls me home, just to reach the end, where I'm afraid to breathe through the suffering, through the misery and pain, never anything but the will to see the day. Yeah. When the promise might be born like a spark within.
Okay, so this is just going through the motions of life, going through the struggles, going through the tragedies, going through the strife, feeling like that's weighing on you every single day, heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier, and not knowing how to find a way out, all right? And I kind of feel like the notion over here is his way of breaking through that was actually to believe in something greater than himself. Right? To actually look outwards as opposed to looking inwards all of the time. To not hyper focus on the me and not hyper focus on the narcissistic elements that we are able to get ourselves into, specifically when we're in those dark times. Because when when you're feeling down and depressed and things like that, it just feels like there's just a magnifying glass on you, and you start focusing too much on you, as opposed to maybe focusing outward and being like, you know what, maybe there's something greater than me, right? There's something greater than my existence that's out there. And when you start living and acting that way, that there is something greater than you, there is something greater to this existence, right? That's when you start actually finding the light to finding a bit of your purpose. Right? Because it's not this narcissistic, egotistic thing about yourself. And that's when you start humbling yourself, and that's when you start getting a little bit more humility, and that's when you start, even if there is no higher power out there, but you start acting as if there was one, or there is one, right? And that kind of keeps you in check. That kind of keeps your actions in check. And that gives you hope. Hope is so unbelievably important. Unbelievably important, right? Because if you have no hope, then you've got nothing, right? If you feel that everything is doomed to fail and nothing can save you, right? Then nothing can save you. Then you're a man on your own. Do you know what I mean? If you believe that something that even doesn't exist can save you, that thing that doesn't exist will manifest itself in saving you. Do you know what I mean? In your own mind, right? It's all down to how you perceive your existence in here, right? And the purpose of that existence. So that's why I feel that this song is about finding hope in something greater than him. That's my personal view on this.
'Cause I can't take it anymore. So I'll set on my own, just to breathe again. Touch the light that calls me home, just to reach the end.
Touch the light that calls me home, just to reach the end. Right? Touch the light, the heaven, right? Touch the light that calls me home, calls me to peace, calls me to freedom, calls me to eternity, right? Just to see the end. So he's basically saying, I'm looking for that light so that I can have the strength to get to the end of this physical life. You know what I mean? That's why I feel it's definitely about God.
Just to reach the end. Oh, well, I'm afraid to breathe again. I'm free to roam and stand on my own, to rise above the hands that try to hold me down before the end. I know
I love that over there. Well, I'm free to roam and set out on my own, to rise above the hands that try to hold me down. So it's actually literally to try to rise above the devil, to try to rise above the demons, right? And it's not the actual devil itself. Every single person in their own mind has got their own devil and their own demons that turn them to dark things, right? And if you believe that doesn't exist, then, I don't know, ask an alcoholic, ask a drug addict, ask a gambling addict, right? Ask them if the devil doesn't exist, right? The devil's in here, and fighting that is unbelievably difficult. And that's why I say one of my favorite sayings ever is that the greatest thing the devil ever did was to convince people that he doesn't exist. Do you know what I mean? Because that's when you get the world that we're living in right now. People think, oh no, there's no devil. Okay. Okay.
to rise above the hands that try to hold me down before the end. I know I'll breathe again to find my So I'll set on my own, just to breathe again. Touch the light that calls me home.
I like that line over there where I set out on my own just to breathe again. So he's literally saying that I'm actually going to remove myself from everything that is pushing me down, right? So he's basically talking as if his environment, right, what's supposed to be his support structure and things like that is actually what's keeping him down. So he needs to go and find himself, right? He needs to go and find that light, and the only way he's going to do that is he's going to remove himself from all of the distraction. He's going to remove himself from all of the temptations and the hedonism. He's going to literally, take his own road. Do you know what I mean? He's going to have the strength to actually take this journey on his own to find the light so that he's able to breathe again. I don't know. That's my interpretation. You guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong or anywhere near it down in the comment section. love that he ended it off with "I'm leaving today." So it's basically he's made that decision. He's made that decision to take that journey today. Today is the day I change everything. Today is the day that I set out on my journey to breathe again, right? To actually once and for all sort this all out for myself. Absolutely love that. I love that track. This is yet again one of my favorites. One of my favorite tracks by Alter Bridge. Love that. I've got so many at the moment, so I can't even keep count. But I love this track. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The lyrics are straight down my alley. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.